Hello, guys, and welcome. So, I just wanted to talk to you guys. It's been a while. I wanted to reflect on 2016 generally and everything that we've gone through what I've gone through in my life, what I've seen happen in other people's lives, other people I know, and so on. So, this is purely straight from the heart, and I'm going to leave this uncut. I'm not going to cut it, I'm not going to refilm it. If I mess up my thoughts, whatever. It's just I want it to purely be what's in my mind. Now, 2016 was not the best year compared to previous years. Let's be honest. World events. I'm not going to go into it. I don't want to ever make this channel political, or whatever. But it's not been a great year. And for me personally as well, like being kicked out my parents' house with no notice whatsoever was also not good for me. It caused, well, let's just put it this way. I learned who my friends were during that event in my life. Now, reflecting back on it, obviously I'm over it now because it was a good 8 months ago, to a point now that I've actually started talking to my dad again. Now, but I waited for him to approach me. I did not approach him. I never blocked him, I never prevented him in any way, but a couple of days ago, just before my birthday on the 22nd of December, he just said that he misses me and he wants to talk to me and he wants so on. So I met up with him, and yesterday I actually went to my family's house for like a late birthday celebration, and it was nice, it was pleasant. Lots of my great mum's food and so on. So I have to be grateful for that. And the thing is as well, what I can also reflect on is at the end of the day, guys, even when all this drama was happening, I never forgot who I was in this situation. I never changed my opinion of anything. Like, if it happened today, exactly as it happened 8 months ago, I would have reacted in exactly the same way. Do you know what I mean? So, in terms of growing as a person, not much has changed. Maybe I didn't grow, I don't know. But now, positives, if we always focus on the positives, I always have a roof over my head, I have food, I have heating, I have my own internet connection, I have you guys, I've got all the games and everything I could dream of. Thanks to you guys as well. We hit 30,000 subscribers and more than 5 million views on this channel. Yay. Now, the thing is about that, at the end of the day, guys, for me, this is still primarily a hobby. And this is the thing that maybe sets things apart from a lot of other YouTubers you might see. Like, it would be nice if this was my primary source of income, but we would have to add a couple of zeros to my income for it to be a viable job compared to the actual job I have. I work as a database developer, and at the same time as well, guys, YouTube is very hit and miss. It's kind of, sometimes you play a game, like, you saw me playing Final Fantasy 15, I had 2,500 people watching, and then I play some other game I like Uncharted, and I have like 100 people watching, so that's the thing. So it's not a consistent job. I'm not yet at a point where people watch me. Do you know what I mean? People are watching the game, and eventually I would like to establish the Mithrie brand, if we want to call it that, so that people will watch me regardless what I'm playing, to like establish my name. But it will take more than what I'm doing. But I just don't want to turn into a clone of another YouTuber. I won't name anyone, but effectively, I don't want to ride at anyone else's success. I want to be just me, And I'm trying to find out how to do that, what you guys like, and so on. Like, you guys love to watch me rage in the different games I play, so I might do more of that. I might play some Dark Souls and just rage at it, but not because other people rage, but because you like me to rage. You know what I mean? And I try to keep things as silly as possible and fun as possible, because at the end of the day, guys, we can't take life too seriously because life has a limited time span. It's not like we're setting things up for infinity years in the future to change and improve things. It's like we only have so much time of life. It is really that short. And I will not waste even a second on negative people, on people who feel like, you know, oh, their life is such a drama and no one else could feel what they feel and all this other crap. I haven't got any time for that. I only want to deal with people who, you know, want to better themselves, regardless of the situation they're in. Now, the good thing about being a YouTuber is that I have met thousands and thousands of people in the last 3 years. Like, so many, from so many different communities and so on, so many different parts of the world. And I've heard some wonderful stories from people. I love to hear these stories. Who are you? Where have you come from? Where do you want to be with your life? What are your talents? You know, do you have any funny stories to share in your history? And the thing is as well for me is that I'm just me, guys. I'm just me. So, and you know that very well. Like, just because everyone else in the world says something, if I don't agree, I'm not going to agree. I'm going to have a different opinion, and I'm not going to be scared to express that opinion as well. But at the same time, my goal here is not to prove that I'm right and you're wrong. My goal is only to say, my opinion is this. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? So, and if you disagree with me, wonderful. You know, I like debate. I like to hear other people's sides. Like, for example, just 1 or 2 weeks ago, I posted on Twitter that I never use ad blockers on YouTube anywhere because I want to make sure that the people who are providing the content and whatever make money from it. You know, so if me watching a 3-second up to 30-second ad will make someone else money, wonderful. You know, more than happy to do that because it doesn't cost me anything except a little bit of time, and not even a minute. Like, I've taken longer times in the toilet, you know what I mean? So like, I don't see it as a problem, and I don't want to steal people's income from them by effectively stopping the one source of income they have from being realized if they only are relying on adverts. And someone replied to me on Twitter basically saying that, you know, oh, but there's tracking in the ads and a lot of the ads are not relevant to me, and all this other stuff. He wasn't too happy with adverts. And I didn't belittle him. I didn't go about saying, oh, you're wrong, I'm right, or anything like that. It was just a healthy debate, and I threw him a follow on Twitter. And he was like, wow, Mithrie followed me. I was like, of course. You know, I appreciate people who express their opinion. Like, why wouldn't I? You know, it's about keeping it positive and being nice to each other. And for me as well, guys, I really want everyone to be happy regardless of the cost, you know? Like, if, for me to make someone happy, if making them happy is to just, you know, do childish, silly jokes like, wee, splat, oh, look at me, I crashed my car in Final Fantasy 15 1,000 times. Wonderful. If me to make someone happy involves listening to them tell the stories of their life for 10 hours straight, I will do that. If me wanting to make someone happy is to basically be rude to them so that they get out of this own cycle of self-doubt, self-negativity, and actually take action to, you know, grab life by the balls and just, like, you know, live it, basically, I will do that as well. But the goal in all situations is always the same. I want people to be happy. And I even said it in the purpose of my life video to say that my personal goal as well, for me, is to be happy. That is my personal goal. And if you want to call it a Christmas message, a New Year message, my opinion hasn't changed. I want people to be happy. I want people to realize the joy there is in making other people happy. And one thing I've reflected on as well the last sort of few days is that we are designed as humans to interact with each other. We have to have other people in our lives. We can't survive without them. You know, it's like we can physically survive, you know, we can eat, we can feed ourselves, blah, blah, blah. But the loneliness, that sort of negative feeling, the absence of external input, leading to, you know, wonderful and weird thoughts in your head is proof, basically, that we are supposed to have people in our lives. And that's why I encourage everyone to make sure you just don't isolate yourselves. Don't be alone. Even if you have to make other friends, do it. You know, it's like, you know, I understand that feeling that you can't necessarily interact the way you want to with the people you grew up with or your family or whatever. Find other friends who have a mutual interest. You know, gaming is a great one, obviously. Like, most of the people I know them because of games. So, and I'll say one thing. I am looking forward to the huge list of games we have coming up in the next 1 or 2 years. Like, I even wrote them down because it is going to be crazy. So these are all the games I'm looking forward to in the next 1 or 2 years. So Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, which we now know is coming out in June, and you can pre-order it on the, I think it's 20th of January in 2017. I want to finish Sword Art Online Hollow Resurrection, and I'm being introduced to a new community just there. Apparently there's a big Sword Art Online community. I didn't know that. And then Tales of Berseria, Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us, if you haven't played Last of Us, guys, highly recommended. It has affected me. I'll put it that way. No game has affected me as much as Last of Us has recently. Uncharted Lost Legacy, Horizon Zero Dawn, South Park The Fractured Butthole. You know, South Park's always fun. Life is Strange Season 2, Kingdom Hearts 2.8. By the way, I'm giving away a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2.8. You can see the link on the top of my Twitter. Kingdom Hearts 3, when that eventually comes out. Nier Automata. No Kuni 2. No Kuni is one of the best RPGs I've ever played in my life. Mass Effect Andromeda, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, God of War. I want to finish Hitman, Watch Dogs 2, Dishonored 2, Batman Telltale series. I want to finish those at some point. Whatever the new Assassin's Creed game is, the main game, the one that comes after Syndicate, I want to play that. Detroit Become Human, Persona 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Gravity Rush 2, Death Stranding, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Final Fantasy 12 Remaster. And that's just what's on the list now. You know, it's possible that there will obviously be more. So we are in for a treat, guys, you know. And that's just my own personal preference of gaming, you know, because I love RPGs and generally, and but I love platformers as well. So you see how many games that we have to look forward to. It's going to flip and destroy my bank account, but it will be worth it for the adventures like we can go on. So for example, like I also played through again very recently Uncharted 4 on PlayStation 4 Pro, and I was amazed. Like, since getting the PlayStation 4 Pro, I have literally marveled at both Final Fantasy 15 and Uncharted 4. I've never been, in my entire lifetime, been so impressed with graphically, with everything, you know, with a game. Like, with Final Fantasy 15's case, I've never cried more, you know, in my life. I won't spoil it, but when I saw the ending of 15, I cried for 2 days. So it wasn't just a case of crying that moment. I was miserable the next day. Like, I was at the train station. The train was running a minute late. I looked like I was going to cry. But, you know, I wanted to almost say to people, I'm not crying because the train is 2 minutes late. I'm crying because I'm thinking about 15. Now, going forward, guys, as well, I am going to do what I can to make you happy. And to make myself happy. Because it's what I said before. I've said it in many of my videos. That the main way to make other people happy is to make yourself happy. And one of the little things I've done, I'm keeping my room fairly tidy. You know, keeping my things organized. I'm trying to eat healthier. Trying to cut out the bad things from my diet. Trying. There's still work to be done. And I need to increase the good things in my diet as well. Like more like fruit and vegetable stuff like that. And keeping my room like really tidy, so even hoovering the floor and all the rest of it. And I'm trying to work hard as I can in my job, make sure that also YouTube is going well as well. I will try and do more video content on my channel, because I realize that I've basically switched from video content to just streaming, and I don't want that. Like, I think people miss my videos of me just recording videos by myself and uploading them like the way I used to do when I was first establishing my channel. And the thing is as well, guys, you know, I will not ride any hype trains unless I'm interested in a game. So right now, everyone and their mother seems to be interested in Friday the 13th, for example. It's a game of the moment. It's got its 15 minutes of fame. But give it a week, give it 2 weeks, no one will care about the game anymore. And I refused to ride that train. 100%. You know, some people are saying, oh, look at me, I got 5,000, 10,000 subscribers out of this. I don't care. It looks so boring to me, I'm not going to play it. It's not to say that they're not finding it fun, but basically, I am not going to play a game to get subscribers. No, hell no. I'm going to play games because I enjoy them. And there are other YouTubers I know who follow that same way of thinking, like Sophie Brecker, one of my good friends on YouTube, and to name a few others. And the thing is as well, guys, as well, like I said, I have to just remind you all that this is a hobby. For me, this is a hobby. It's not a job, not in any sense of the word. And all of these games I've listed, I am genuinely looking forward to playing them. So, and I'm sure a lot of you are as well. Like, I downloaded the Nier Automata demo. I was playing it yesterday, and it is really, really fun. And that's just a demo. So we will see what that game is like when that comes out. Now, if I want to leave you with any sort of final thoughts for this video, is that remember, guys, to live your life. It's yours. It doesn't belong to anyone else. You know what I mean? Make sure you do what you need to do in order to realize what it is that will make you happy. What will make you happy? Ask yourself, like, what do I need to do? You know, how do I make myself happy? It doesn't always have to be about other people. If you can make other people happy at the same time, great. But focus on you. The happier you are, the more happy everyone else around you will be. Because, if anything, they will be inspired by your happiness. By, let's say, the light in your heart. If you want to make it poetic or whatever. It's basically positivity, or any emotion really, feeds onto other people. So if you're a negative person, when you interact with other people, you will make them feel negative, and you'll eventually just make them not want to talk to you. Whereas if you're a happy person, then you'll make everyone else around you happy, and they're going to want to spend more time with you, because spending time with you makes them feel good about themselves. So, and my YouTube channel, whatever, is just proof of that. Not everyone in my life is positive, and I'm trying to cut out as many people as I can, politely. You know, I'm not here to basically say, oh, you're negative, therefore I hate you. No, nothing like that. Just to avoid them. I basically say, look, your negativity, I haven't got time for it. I'm just going to focus on me. So, and that's it. And I just walk away. So, and then I just, like, I have bluntly said to people, look, I've got so many other positive people in my life to focus on than you being negative. I just don't have time for this. You know, life is so short. Try and realize that yourself, guys. Try and realize how much of your own life you're wasting by being negative, by trying to put other people down to cover up for your own negative feelings and so on. You know, be the positive force. Be the person who lifts up everyone around you. So anyway, guys, I could talk about this all day, but I just wanted to leave you with this thought for 2016. It was been a terrible year, but we survived. We will see what next year is like. If the real world events bring you down, then do what you can, at least to help in some way. You know, give money to charities you believe in, you know. And even if you can only spare £1, do it. You know, just do anything to help mankind. And then other than that, we have YouTube, we have the games industry, we have music, we have movies, we have so many things to distract us from, like, how terrible the world is right now. So anyway, guys, that's it for now, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. All the love to everyone who has been subscribed to me for the last more than 3 years now. Wow, it's been, God, when did I start YouTube? It's been more than 3 years. 3 years doing this, guys, and I am very proud that I've got 30,000 subscribers after 3 years. Very proud. You know, I could have imagined it from the beginning that it would reach this point. And we will see where it goes in the next few years, hopefully. So, thank you guys. Love you all. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.